The course is Communal and Utopian Societies. It's an honors course in religion. The course will expose students to a variety of communal groups that lived in the United States. We begin with several religious Christian groups, and some of them are here in Pennsylvania. We study varieties of beliefs, of ritual practice. We spend some time focusing on the Shakers and their music, their communities, their architecture, and of course their furniture. And then we also explore some non-religious communal groups, the Socialists of Robert Owen in Indiana. We also look at the Icarians, who came from France and were socialists. And we also look at some modern communal groups, including Jonestown from Guyana and Jim Jones, and also the hippie communal groups in North America, such as Drop City. Part of the course involves field trips to sites of communal groups here in Pennsylvania. We do a field trip to the Ephrata Cloister and to Lidditz, and we have a guided tour through buildings to see some of the architectural features of these communities. We also study some of the music of these groups as well and do some comparative work back and forth. The class is largely a participative class that builds on student research papers, and we enjoy our field trips to communal sites. In many of these communal groups, alternative understandings of sex and gender identity emerge. For example, several of the groups that we study make a big point out of celibacy, so we learn different reasons how they justify celibacy. Other groups have more relaxed attitudes about sexual behavior. For example, we study the Oneida community and its concept of complex marriage that involved multiple sexual relationships among communal members. The course invites students to consider why these different groups adopted alternative understandings of sexual behavior. At the same time, some of these groups also have different ideas about women's roles, men's roles, and many of them experiment with equality for women but don't always achieve it very well. So come and take this course to find out early ways of thinking about alternative understandings of gender roles long before the 1960s. The field trips for the course take students to two local sites, Lidditz, town of the Moravians here in Lancaster County, and also the Ephrata community. Ephrata was one of the communities that adopted celibacy for many of its members. The architecture features very small chambers where the celibate members slept on wooden benches and wooden pillows, and we get a chance to go into the upper floors of the remaining sister's house to see some of those older cells before they were restored. Lidditz was a Moravian community that started as a communal town, and we'll see the Moravian church and also look at the building that was devoted to the Single Brothers. And we'll learn some about the Moravian rituals and their music. These two field trips give students a first-hand exposure to what an actual communal site was like, and there are enough architectural remains that they can get a sense of what the members of these communal groups experienced in their lives.